Hello, friends. This is Coldrun, back with Code Vein and trying to fend off my cat who's clawing at my feet. Ow. Fucking worst cat ever. Anyway, so we're here in the onsen, and I just wanted to start the session off by checking out what came up last time. So where did we leave off? A call for help. I think it's here. I think this is the last one where we'd start. After you return to home base, Ava arrives wounded and asking for aid. You learn of the burden and purpose she and the hunter share, and the party sets out to rescue Jack. When you are told that a successor named Mido, rests on your path, Yakumo quivers with barely contained rage. Right. Hunters we know, revenants that hunt down and kill at random. Cerberus wants to stop them. Dark Omen. Inside a cavern, this is inside the Ashen Cavern. Okay. The party finds Jack, who is waiting for word from Ava. When he learns that Mido, who should be asleep, attacked her and stole her relics, he heads off alone to take them back. Spurred by unease, the party decides to hunt Mido as well. Ashen Cavern, a massive hollow under the Cathedral of the Sacred Blood. The flow of water underground has weakened the bedrock, causing it to collapse again and again, which has resulted in its current state. Many revenants and lost have been buried alive here. Oh, ashen, that's why, because when a revenant dies, they turn to ash. Okay. And so a lot of them have died down there. Some state you can still hear them crying faintly in the distance. Miguel's memories. Miguel's memory echo. Okay. Miguel is taken into Mido's custody, along with his orphan friends Yakumo and Emily. Even after becoming a revenant, Miguel remains a guinea pig for Mido's experiments. Yeah, that's one of the worst lives I can imagine. Demonic deeds. Anything I missed on the bottom? No. Miguel's memory reveals that the scientist Mido is still performing experiments. You vow to put an end to them and prevent further suffering. How did Mido become a... successor anyway? It seems like the kind of thing you have to have certain, like, positive qualities to have won the role of. So how did he get them? He sounds like he sucks all around. Okay, next we're going to wake up the naked Io and see if we can get some vestige stuff done. I have. Alright, Hermes Vestige, which will give us focused carnage, reduces the rate at which the focus gauge is consumed by attacks while you are focused. Oh, that's an interesting one. Looks like we're on a boat, almost.
Hey, Naomi. It's good to see you back in one piece. How'd the hunt for the thief go? Have any luck?
Huh? Oh, yeah. It was fine. I mean, we didn't run into any problems, at least. Davis? During the investigation...
Sorry, what were you saying?
Nothing. It's fine. I have something I need to take care of. I'll see you around.
That's a plot device I hate, where someone's briefly distracted and the other person says, oh, never mind. I know that she was probably just reluctant to say whatever she found, but still.
What happened between you and Naomi? Seems like she's been avoiding you lately.
Well, you know.
It's okay, I get it. Just because she became a revenant doesn't mean she forgot her human feelings, huh?
It's a one-sided, one-way crush?
Well, no matter what it is, she's a good friend. Work things out with her, okay?
Yeah, I'll be sure to talk to her.
So kind of a limited set of memories, but yeah, so it seems like, I don't know. I guess we don't know what she found yet, and that's probably going to be, because it could be partly like that she has feelings for him and he doesn't have them for her, but it also could be that because she has feelings for him, that thing she found, whatever it was, is really tough. I think it's at least that latter.
I never got a chance to talk to her. No, it's not possible. The thing is, Naomi isn't with us anymore. We were conducting one of our surveys down in the depths when we were attacked by the Lost. Everyone ended up scattered.
Oh, is that why you're so depths hungry?
After days and days of searching, we finally found sets of dog tags that belonged to Naomi and our other missing companions. We still aren't sure whether they joined the Lost or were turned to ash. We die and revive, each time losing some of what made us who we were. Maybe we're doomed to lose everything, bit by bit. Maybe that's what it is to live as a revenant. Still, I owe you a great debt for what you've done for me. Both for Jessica's name and for Naomi's memory. Yeah.
You gonna give up? Really?
It's more than enough for me. I don't want to lose anyone else because of my sentimentality. Thank you, though.
Yeah, but I'm going to the depths anyway. Okay. Understandable. Also, for some reason, until now, I didn't notice, or maybe I noticed it and forgot until now. Davis is wearing the same, which makes sense. Davis is wearing the same garb as those white-clad, lion-shouldered, like enemies we sometimes see around. So those are Cerberus, so Davis is part of Cerberus. Or maybe Cerberus is just a different part of the government, and Davis is just wearing a common uniform for the government. I'm not sure. Wake up, wake up.
You ever...
Okay. Next vestige. Any other Hermes vestige? No, I think that was the last Hermes vestige. Okay, Artemis vestige, so more Mia stuff. Artemis vestige 1. For dexterity and willpower up. That's a pretty good one. Kind of a nice place to start out in.
Damn bitch.
Never mind.
Let go. She has her blood beads. She couldn't have gotten far. Keep searching.
Should we really be doing this?
What else can we do? It's the only way we can get any blood beads. Okay, let's get out of here while we can.
So that's after Nicola was all this. That's with like the shade of Nicola, right? The copy of Nicola. I think that's where they are in the timeline.
Is the last of the blood beads we worked so hard for. All of the blood springs around here have run dry. I couldn't get so much as a single bead from them. I'll need to do something soon.
I'm really sorry to make you do all the scary stuff, Mia. I wish I could help you fight.
Come on, Nicola. Stop worrying about things like that, alright? As long as you're safe, I'm happy to take care of everything else.
That's right. I wonder if, because I'm assuming that he's a copy at this point, because because they're both revenants at this point, and so.
Who are you two? Please, I know it's a lot to ask, but could you spare some blood beads? We don't have much time left.
I can see that loss is starting to set in. You really think you can fight in that condition?
Carmilla.
Well, I won't know unless I try, right?
Are you holding her up at gunpoint?
Come with me. I know a place where there are blood beads.
Huh. I don't know what to make of that. Yeah, because I'm assuming they're one that. Because by the time that she woke up as a revenant, I guess we don't know how many times she woke up as a revenant. We don't know if the time that when she was sleeping and Nicola left with Jack, maybe at that point she had already been a revenant and died a couple times. But it seemed like I thought that was her first time waking up as a revenant. I'm incredibly bad at memory.
Most of the blood springs were already dry by the time I became a revenant. Blood beads were difficult to come by, even in the best of circumstances. It was all we could do to survive. That was when we met Carmilla. We soon saw it wasn't us she was helping. She squeezed everything she could from us. In this world, you can never trust a stranger. That's what she taught me.
And this is rough, because we're going to have to see the next part of this journey now. Because we can unlock the second, the second Artemis vestige right now.
I've returned.
Yeah, Artemis vestige 2. This is going to be rough. Blood-sucking blades and temporarily increases the drain power of weapon attacks. That's fine.
This is my home. I'm the only one who lives here now, so make yourselves comfortable.
Thank you.
You can call me Carmilla. Oh, and just remember, you're going to be working for me from now on. With that in mind, you're skilled at separating others from their blood beads, correct?
You helped us even though you knew?
I helped you because it was practical for me. So long as I have you two around, I won't need to risk my own neck. Why else did you think I would bother taking you in?
Ooh, a lot of people suck in this world. A lot of sucky people. And that's even aside from whatever vampire puns you could think of.
Have you always lived alone, Carmilla?
The past really doesn't matter, does it? You've got bigger things to worry about, like the laundry.
I'm sorry. I'm doing it.
Did everyone run away from you for being so selfish?
Oh shit.
Being nice doesn't do you any favors. When it comes down to it, everyone looks out for number one. You would do well to remember that.
Nicola didn't look out for number one. He looked out for his sister. Mia didn't look out for number one. She looked out for Nicola.
We're in trouble. The Lost are swarming out there. Huh? Where's Carmilla?
I saw her leave a little while ago. She must have caught wind of them and took off. We need to run, Nicola. Get the blood beads from storage.
Oh, Carmilla took those totally.
Those belong to Carmilla.
You remember what she said. Being nice doesn't do you any favors. Now hurry up, Nicola.
Oh, I guess she didn't squirrel them away. Yeah, that's what you get, Carmilla. If you lost your blood beads, it was well deserved.
And that was how it all began. From that moment onward, we lived our lives completely on our own, without any help from others. There was a part of me that wanted to trust Carmilla. She was cold and standoffish, but that didn't mean she was a bad person. I thought maybe she was just awkward with people.
It was the other stuff that made her a bad person.
Wrong.
Yeah.
In this world, you can only rely on your own strength. No one out there is going to save you. I learned that lesson all too well.
Hey, we're helping.
That's why meeting you guys was such
Oh,
a
yeah.
big shock for me. You were willing to reach out to me, a complete stranger, like it was no big deal. Spending time with all of you made me realize something. It's true that being nice might not do you any favors in the end. But that's what you need to do if you want to live a fulfilling life.
That's probably true.
But when I think of it, the reason that we lived the way we did before we met you was because of everything that happened back then with Carmilla. But you know, after she took off, I never did see her again. I wonder what ended up happening to her.
I wonder if she's going to be a boss at some point. Oh, shit! Carmilla. This is Carmilla. Survivor Vestige. She's the survivor. Of course she's the survivor. Okay. This is interesting to me. What's her perspective on all this going to be? I don't expect it to be radically different.
Everything that I had or held dear all vanished instantly in the great collapse. I wandered aimlessly for days, searching for my family. With so much else occupying my mind, it took a long time for me to discover that I was no longer human.
Yeah, I think this is going to be... Not good this is going to be, I think this is already pretty rough.
This is our new home. There must be a reason for why we returned as revenants. We've all lost everything. But now we can build new lives and live for everyone who didn't make it.
Yeah, you're right. Sitting here and rotting away won't change anything. Let's do it.
So there's no way this is going to end well for this first found family for Carmilla, since she ends up alone and like super cagey.
Reason to live in this terrible new world. So sad. One after another, my friends fell, joining the ranks of the lost and leaving me once again with nothing. After that, I didn't venture out anymore.
You're just surrounded by blood and corpses.
Our stock of blood beads was finally diminished. I thought it was as good a time as any for my story to come to an end.
Were you going to kill yourself?
That is, until the moment I arrived in this place and met those two kids.
Huh. Well, this is not where I thought it was going to go. So, was it like I saw those two kids and now I finally had someone to exploit? Like no longer was I going to be selfless, I was going to take them as my opportunity to live for myself? Or is it going to be, did you have like a hidden motive with them to be not a dick?
I had no idea what Carmilla went through. I figured she was like that because she was a revenant. I didn't even consider her own experiences, or how they may have shaped her. Maybe we could have come to understand each other, if we'd had the chance.
I'll bet you still have the chance. Bet she's out there. Maybe you still have one.
Yeah. I would like to try to find her. I mean, assuming that she's still alive, that is. There may be more of her memories out there. If you happen to come across any, I'd appreciate it if you'd show them to me. I really do want to know more about Carmilla.
Will do. In fact, I have one more right awaiting you. Awaiting us.
You have returned.
Alright, Survivor Vestige 2. Contains memories of Carmilla and Coco meeting. Okay.
Well, Carmilla, it's certainly been a while. I thought you might have gone off and joined the Lost.
Carmilla was buddies with Coco?
I thought the same of you. I guess we're both resilient.
Did you find a boyfriend or something? You look livelier than usual.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm just babysitting for a while. Enough chit-chat. Hand over the goods.
Fine, fine. Here you are. That's everything. And I don't take refunds, all right?
That Coco. So that's what that no refunds business was about.
Did you give you crappy stuff?
A lot more than our original deal.
Oh, Coco.
That girl's getting soft for her own good. Thanks.
After finding out she was with someone. Kids, no less. Okay, yeah, so definitely more to Carmilla than initially thought.
Carmilla. Her tongue was sharp, but she was nice deep down. I haven't seen her since then. I hope she's still out there being her same old resilient self. Well, I guess none of my memories are floating around out there, huh?
I'm sure they are. Yeah, anything specific you want?
I had a son.
Oh, shit. I did not know that.
You'd find memories related to him. Well, anyway, it was a long time ago, and the story's really not all that interesting. But if you do find something, please let me know.
100%. Yeah, I will keep an eye out for Coco's son, who I had no idea existed.
You have returned.
Yeah, this is Vestige City today. Survivor Vestige 3. So we'll have 1, 2, and Hermes 3. We'll still need Scout Part D after this. Blood Grab. So Lifesteal restores HP upon defeating enemies. Wow! Survivor seems like an awesome blood code. Blood grab. Dodging enemy attacks drains their ichor according to your weapon's drain rating. Well, that's an Artemis one. Okay. These are some great ones right here.
Mia and Nicola. When those two crossed my path, I finally understood the reason why I had been reborn. It was destiny that brought us together. I would guide those two young souls into the future. It was my mission. I believed that. There was something about them that reminded me of my own children. The ones I'd lost in the Great Collapse.
I like this perspective that we're seeing it from behind her chair this time instead of in front of her, as if just meeting her.
I took all of the blood beads Mia had gathered and placed them in storage. I figured those two might need them in case of an emergency. To survive in this world, you have to be able to live using your own strength.
But
that's why I have to be cold. To teach them not to rely on others. To be able to do everything themselves. I wish I could talk to them more, tell them more, but never mind. It isn't important. If I can help them grow stronger, then...
Well, it worked. Me and... They were having a rough go of it at the end, but...
I won't allow the lost to get one step closer to you.
She didn't run off.
Once I'd planned to give myself to them willingly. Now, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to trade my life for yours. Thank you.
You couldn't lead them out?
Mia, Nicola, for giving me one last chance to live like a human being.
Ah, shit. Okay, well...
The time we spent together was short, but I enjoyed it. Take care.
That's a rough end. But at least she went out doing... It's not as rough as it could be, and it sounds like she went out pretty happily. There wasn't a way to, like, I don't know, be alive and help them? And the whole do everything for yourself thing, it's a weird lesson when you're helping them, when you're actually helping them do stuff. Like, it feels like you're not giving them the whole truth about how to live. I see where she's coming from, though.
Carmilla didn't leave us behind. She sacrificed herself so that we could get away.
She did indeed.
Yet I thought nothing but awful things about her. I swore forever that I'd be the one in control of my life.
Carmilla wanted you to stay alive and well. Let's make sure her efforts weren't in vain. This puts weird pressure on Mia, so let's go with the first one.
Yeah, I plan to stick around. I want to have a chance to pass along the same kindness that she showed me. I want to work together to open a door into a better world than the one we're in. I want to be even stronger. Thank you. Without you, something very important to me might have stayed lost in the past forever.
Glad to help.
Really, thank you.
You're quite welcome. And now I get to poach all of Carmilla's powers and become a survivor myself. Okay, so I think the next thing we're going to do is take a look at the next depths area.
I feel like the lost here have been... This is all we've got for available routes.
Because we opened up Silent White before, which is before the Arachnid Grotto. Interesting. Okay.
Don't be overeager. Come back immediately.